Well, folks, not only did that crash my game, but it corrupted the game save. Do I have backups? Yeah, I have backups. You wanna know how old my last backup was? This will take actual, literal hours, if not days, to revert. So I'll see you folks later. Welcome back, folks. It's been a while. Maybe not for you, it's probably just been like a clock wipe for you, but it's been a while for me, and boy howdy, I'm excited to show you all the work I've done that was basically just redoing all the work I'd already done as this beautiful sun rises in the distant horizon. I am finally ready to report that everything has been restored to the way that it was. I think here's the issue. I pinpointed the exact episode that update was from, and it was right after I built the wart on the side there with the channel members, which means that what do we have being manufactured up here? Glass? I think it was on this floor, actually. Yeah, I didn't put that back yet, but I did do this. I went ahead and completely redid all of this with the new plan, because I figured, you know what, if I'm getting rid of the pipes anyway, might as well go all the way and do the thing properly. And as you could probably tell, I mean, we could hit F3, so much smoother. So much consistent 60 or high 50 FPS. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I actually reorganized some of this down here. So, of course, I did go with the new bronze, the Railcraft bronze ingots, which I'm assuming can be used same because of Ore Dictionary. We'll see. Down here, though, I decided to move the furnace ones so that they're on the end and not just kind of awkwardly mixed in, which meant that I went ahead and moved the black hole units, even if we're not using them right now. I kind of moved them to where they should be, because it's still a pretty good way to reference what's inside each one of these for now. Right, iron. Look at that, iron. And in case you were curious, let me just go ahead and demonstrate. I just emptied that entire thing, okay? And it's full. The truth is, it was already full when I instantly emptied it, but there's like a bit of a delay. Let me see if I can do that again. Okay, so it looks like it's not full, but if we get off of here, it is. It's just so quick filling it back up that the game can't quite register what's happening. So here's what I've done, and here's what I'm going to do. I, before starting this recording, exited the game, copied the world file out of the Minecraft folder and put it in a separate folder on the document. And from now on, at the start of every episode, I will do the same. So that, I mean, we're going to end up probably with a lot of copies of this world, but at least that way if we lose all the progress from one episode, that's a shame. I just don't want to have to go back several episodes like that again. I mean, look, the mini-map is back. That was on because, okay, I should be honest about what actually happened, I suppose. I wasn't earlier because I was a little bit embarrassed, but when the game froze, to say the world was corrupted might not be exactly what happened. What might have actually happened was I started mashing buttons on the keyboard and it opened up poly-MC in the background and deleted the entire instance. The reason we have a world backup is because we just updated to 1.2.2 and I still had 1.2.1, and that was so it could have been worse, but that's why I'm now copying the world files out of the Minecraft folder. So they're somewhere else entirely. I need to get backup set up on my system drive. I'll confess I've not done that yet. Most things are stored on a different drive, which is also not backed up. I kind of view a gaming PC like, well, if something gets deleted, I can re-download it from Steam, no big deal. That's not true of everything, so I probably shouldn't be so cavalier about it, should I? Anyway, like I was saying, we do have a functioning backup, so do we want to risk this nonsense one more time to see if we can kind of get this working? I've got everything we need here for it, so I would actually like to get this working, if it's possible. I guess one thing, I did clear out the inventory before we started. Let's see, glass. Need to get ourselves a stack of white stained glass because we really only need one of them, but what the heck. And we're going to put this back down. And then remember, the way that this works allegedly... Oh my gosh. I got to keep taking these off so I can actually like do useful things in them. Apparently, and actually, do I still have that page? I think I reboot... Oh, I had to reboot the capture PC as well to just install updates while I was... You know how it is. You know how it is. So here I am back on the Minecraft Translocators page where it says adding an iron ingot. Wait, what? Makes the translate emit a redstone? That's not what I care about. No. Adding a diamond nugget puts the translocator in regulate mode. In this mode, it will maintain a certain amount of items set in the filter in the inventory it's attached to. On an inserting face, it will only accept items to fill the inventory to the matching filter. On the ejecting face, it will eject any items that don't match the filter. That's what's so confusing, because it suggests... Well, hold on. Let's actually try putting one on there and see what happens. I thought that meant, though, that you could specify, so it's on regulate mode, exactly the number of copper ingots you wanted in there. Remember, this is what killed it last time. Whatever we do... I'm telling you right now, we're not going to use the wheel, because that broke it. So I just want one of these in there. That's all I want. I don't want more or less than 20. I just want the one. Oh, well now it works. So that time it did exactly what I wanted. So if we go ahead and turn it off real quick, and we take that out, or I guess, you know what? No, I'm going to manually click all the way up to 64. I'm not going to use the wheel because it wouldn't delete the world, right? We understand that was my mistake. All right, we're on 64. If I turn it on, it should stream just enough to get us to 64. No. Why? Well, okay, what if I tick it down one? Are you kidding me? Oh, this is like severely bugged. So it'll go up to 63, but if I turn it up to 64, it's just like, all the way, baby! Alright, well, it's technically still doable. If I grab glowstone, that'll move an entire stack at a time, or I should say up to an entire stack at a time. So if I do that and I take this out, it'll immediately replace it with 63. But if you change it to 64... Yeah, no, awful. Awful. Why? Why? I don't understand. I know why. It's because it's a bugged mess. But the way that I sort of envisioned this working, and I guess now I can finally explain it, is this has 27 slots in it, because it's normal chest size. So what we can do is we can have every single ingot from this floor stored inside of the triple orange. And then down here on the assembly floor, we can just have one chest that has all of those in there, configured to do... I was going to do 64, but I guess maintain, 63. And then instead of having all the different colored chests down there, we just need the one. Now... It's not really necessary, and why did diamonds keep getting thrown out on the floor over here? I'm not mad about it. Well, no, I am mad about it. I'm upset. I'm angry. Keeps happening. It might be more beneficial to do the multiple different colors for the reason of, well, we can just put down the triple, well, hey, we can shut these down now. We don't need either of these. Good Lord! Very loud. Okay, if you go to music and like sound settings and everything, you can actually go in here and you can either turn down like the item volume, the tile volume, the backpack. You can just turn the whole thing down to a nice like. Can you get like super granular with it? No, you can't. Okay, well if you can get it to go to a 0, there we go. You can then use the wheel to scale down like that. Let's put it at a nice 44% because that seems funny. And then if we come down here. I mean, they're not making any noise at all now. We can turn these off. We don't need these on anymore. Oh, good gosh! It's very selective when it wants to make noise, isn't it? All right, so for example, we've got these turned off now, which means that this system, I mean, it's going to keep filling this up for some reason. Where is it getting these from? Where are these being manufactured? Inside of here, it's still got some left over. Why is it running, though? It's literally turned off. How does that work? Oh, it's still got power, meaning it's going to keep running so long as it has a supply, meaning that what we actually want to do is cut off the supply. And the supply comes from right over here, I'm pretty sure. Right here. So kill that. That's shut down. We need to do the same with iron, which I think is like over here. Yeah. All of these are doing iron. All 2 of these are doing iron. So we kill both of those. That is now offline. That is now offline. What's the system gonna... It's not gonna do anything. It's got so... Okay, we're gonna get rid of this then. Goodbye, you. I'm going to break you now. Boom. You're gone. I actually want to hold on to you, though. I gotta merge this with the other one. Because even if we don't end up using these, I'm not gonna let them go to waste. What's the fastest way to do this? Oh, wait, no, that won't work, because you can't use the item translocators with black hole storage units for some reason. Right, that's just going to be a waste of time. Okay, in that case, we'll use gravity pipes. That'll be fine. And then we'll just... This is just kind of like a little temporary thing with the 2 of these. There we go. Until that's full. It's going to take a while for that to transfer. Whatever, it'll be happening in the background. We don't have to focus on it. Something else I thought about with this setup was if we wanted to, we could have used hoppers. I don't know if hoppers are fast enough, but they are not transparent, meaning you don't see the items move, so it might have helped. But also, this is so much smoother here. This looks so much better, and it's probably because it's not constantly running. Because once these are full, well, actually, they're going to keep going until these are full. But then at that point, it just stops, and there's no reason. There's no reason to generate 261,000 or 230,000. We don't need that many. We just need enough to keep the line down here running. And if we run into a bottleneck, we can add more cores to the nodes, and it'll be fine. And I don't know why I said cars like that. Add more cars to the nodes. So what we need down here now is iron, and we also need... Hold on a tick. Wait a minute. How much... We need iron, we need... Okay, I know what we need. We need iron, refined iron, and we need, right now, bronze. Yeah. So, the way that we're going to configure this, and we kind of have to decide where we want the ender chest located. So, in this case, we are using this one here. I'm going to go ahead and take this out. Oh, right. No, I forgot. That's just going to immediately do that. That's fine. I need to get this one off without it breaking. Hello. Got to get it just the right angle. So, I don't know kind of in a future, more permanent setup how exactly we would do this. Here's how we're going to do it for now. The one at the very end, so the one at the end of the node, is where we're going to put the triple export chest. Kind of like right there like that. And we're going to configure it like this. So, one of those. One of those. You get a glowstone. There you go. You get a diamond. And I want you to transfer from inside of here. You're not even the right type of item. In my defense, that is where the refined iron used to be. So... You can understand how something like that might end up happening. Okay, as I was saying, one of those, one of these. One of those, one of these. Take from inside of you. I don't actually need a whole stack. I need a whole stack but one. Because that's going to be the fastest way to... Oh, I don't want that on there. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Well, no, I want it back off. And there's a way to remove things. I think shift right-clicking with the bare hand. Yeah, there we go. Unnecessary, but I just want it that way. So again, we're going to just plop that in there. Easiest way to set it. I don't have to worry about accidentally using the scroll wheel and crashing the game. So now I should be able to just turn that on. Instantaneously, there's a stack of copper there. Copper! copper even come from? Where is the copper coming from? Oh, but the copper was already in there from a previous test. Okay. Is there a quick way to if I do this, will that reset that more quickly? There we go. And then we get rid of it. Oh heavens! Ah! Okay. 63 of them. And then we got to get all of this out of here. And then what do I do with it? See, this is why we need this, because some of these don't have an EMC value. And then what am I supposed to do with all the excess? Does it work? It works. Now down here, inside of here, this is where it extracts all of its refined iron from for every one of its needs, which means that this back here is already configured to extract iron from here. So I'm just going to go ahead and break this. And as we wait patiently, somewhere along in here, these are going to be consuming refined iron, and it's going to be saying, I would like some more refined iron, but where is it going to get that refined iron? It's going to get it from right here, my triple orange chests, where it looks like it just happened. Why do you have bronze in you? I need to... Hold on. Wait just a second. Wait, just give me that. Give me that right now. Let's stop doing that. Did I mess up? Refined iron ingot. Okay. Okay. No, it's working. It's working. And you see here we've got 63 of them. So what I would like to see happen is them get extracted and then immediately get resupplied. But it might actually be so fast that we don't see that. We can look over here. You know what? You know what we're going to do? Hold on. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to shut these down. Because these are poisoning the well. We're shutting all of this down. Okay, so all of the... Oh, look, there it goes. Okay. So now the only thing we will ever see go through this pipe is the refined iron ingots. So as we wait patiently, it's so fast you don't even see it happening. This is fantastic. So now on the factory floor, we've replaced all of these machines with the iron, but it gets better because remember, we can use this with other things as well. So remember something else we took offline down there. Gosh, dang it. So remember that something else we took offline down there was the bronze production. So now I'm going to get this right first time because I've done it a couple of times at this point, and I think I've got the system figured out. We're going to put the 63 of those in there. We're going to right click. Should instantaneously put the bronze ingot in there. Except you are not, because it's a different type of bronze, which is where we might actually here in a minute find out whether or not that matters. So now it's got Railcraft bronze, and now it has Railcraft bronze. But I've not actually tried Railcraft bronze on any of these recipes in here. I also realized that you can't, by choice, go get Railcraft bronze, right? If you look it up in here, if you type in bronze, it does not show up as an item. You get the industrial craft. The only way to find Railcraft bronze in the game is to find it inside of a dungeon chest. I don't know if you can do that in new versions of the game. I'm assuming the reason I found it is we found it in a chunk that's been loaded since I started this world in the first version of this mod pack. If you're wandering around new chunks, new dungeons might not include that. It might have been removed. I don't know for sure. If that's the case, though, it's gonna... Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to remove these, and we're going to attempt with the Railcraft bronze to see if we can do the same thing. We absolutely can. So it still has the industrial craft bronze. If I remove that, it should restock itself with the Railcraft bronze from this chest right here, which has it in there, has 63 of it, and we shouldn't need to change anything back here because it should have just a regular little quicksort module, which should make everything in the chest, regardless of what the item is, available to the network. Now, I did just realize that there's one thing I haven't considered, which is that the intake on the bottom needs to also be updated. So we need to come down here. Is this the right... I don't even know if this is the right row. It could be... How do I check? I'm going to have to, like, wedge myself over. It is not. It's one row over. And I believe it's right along in here, possibly. Maybe this one? Right. So this pipe, and actually, for that matter, I think all of these pipes, but starting with this one, this needs to be updated. Replace that with the railcraft. There we are. And we should now see that this starts filling it. Did it already do it? Nope. Was that it? That was it. So it extracted out of here. And as you can see, it's already raring to go again. There it goes. There goes another batch. Great. So one issue, it looks like, is that, well, wait a minute. No, adding a second might make this faster. If we added another quick sort, or hold on, can we sort these? I was going to say, these aren't configured, so they should stack. If we had a second one in here, it might extract more than one stack at a time. I don't know if that would cause any problems, because it seems to pretty much instantaneously restock itself. But now, with the single triple orange chest down here, we are carrying 2 different items from that floor down to the assembly line. And what we have done is we have eliminated the need for pretty much, what, all this whole line up here and this whole line up here? Why stop there? Why stop there? Why not go ahead and just manufacture all the mixed metal ingots up top too, you know? Why not? Why not just add that to... I mean, why even have the factory floor down here be where we manufacture things? We could just have different floors manufacturing different objects, and then they all come together down here. Remember, the ultimate end goal of this is to build a high-voltage solar panel. We probably could have done it by now if I'd been focusing on it. Why is this still set up the way it is? I need to change that immediately. This is such a slow, painfully slow way of doing the diamonds, when we could essentially have them teleporting instantaneously. And also, we can pack these suckers in tight and get far more efficiency. These single core nodes is such an ancient and archaic way of doing things. Of course, it's much more quick than sort of these old school nodes that we had before. Those are pretty slow. I think the new node design up top here with the packed-in cores is definitely sort of the best approach in terms of performance per block. But so the other object that we disabled down there that we're no longer manufacturing on the ground floor was it just the 2 ingots? Was there a third ingot? I think it was just the 2. Oh, well, we did disable iron while we were down there. We should probably hook that one back in. I don't actually know if it needs iron for anything, because the situation down there is that I think it was mostly just needing refined iron. But you know what? That's okay. We'll provide it with regular old iron, too. And that happens far more often than you would think. But watch me go. Watch me with the speed like lightning. Go in here and grab the missing glowstone. Gonna get a whole stack of that stuff. Click that on there. Go ahead and get all but... restocks too quickly, doesn't it? Gosh dang it. Like lightning, I said. Like lightning, with perfect efficiency. There we go. The iron is now stocked in there. You need to go immediately. And if we go back down into the basement... This is Tekkit. This is exactly what we've not been doing this whole time. With all these different types of massive cable runs, or I guess I should say pipe runs, this is what we've been missing out on. So now that we have multiple different types of ingot in here, I think there might actually be a benefit to adding a second quicksort module. Not because it needs like one quicksort module per type of item or anything ridiculous like that. I just know that adding a second one doubles the speed at which items are extracted, and there's a lot of different machines on this network that might need these different types of ingot. I do wish we could get them to full stacks. That bothers me that we can't, but it is what it is. Some of these that, well, I was going to say some that might be needed more often, we could probably do 2 stacks of, or 2 partial stacks of, but no, there's no reason to. It immediately restocks, and as you can see, items are getting extracted out of here at a pretty regular pace, and there they go. So it looks like iron is going somewhere. What are you doing? So you're still cooking up iron, aren't you? I turned you off. Where are you getting your iron that you're cooking up from? Because I thought, weren't we having trouble with iron before? Like we weren't able to manufacture enough of it? See, that's empty. And, well, somehow that is not empty. So I guess that's probably where it's getting iron from. But that's empty. And then, what about over here? I don't think we have iron production still turned on. No, it's not even in this area. So I don't know where it's getting iron from to keep these running. Yes, I do! It's getting iron from the chests! Oh my gosh! This is absolutely... I just figured it out. That's where that iron that we saw leave the chest and go over here was going. It was like, ah, good! I can start making more of these again. No, we don't need it to do that anymore is the issue. That is no longer a requirement. We're making refined iron upstairs now, so it shouldn't restock anymore. That should no longer be a thing. We're leaving the quicksort modules in, so it continues to extract them. So it's going to take a little while to convert this entire assembly to using just the metals from up top there. This might all have to be remodeled. And again, we might, like, I mean, for instance, this is a type of ingot. Shouldn't we be manufacturing that? By the way, it's still going, right? Oh, I've got to update all the other ones. So right now, just this one is running. Right, I'll do that here in a bit. But it's a type of ingot. The mixed metal ingot is a type of ingot. Shouldn't that be on the ingot floor? I mean, technically, we have 3 ingot floors, because there were some ingots that we didn't already have that I'll have to make slightly more exotic manufacturing nodes for. We could add mixed metal ingots up here, or maybe even up here on this 3rd floor for the super weird ones. I might end up doing that. I did notice earlier when I was on the roof that it looked like, you know, all the people down here are still crammed in like sardines. But while I was working, it kind of looks like they've been working over here too, which is good to see. This is a bit on the small side. I feel like they had more total room in the campsite, but maybe I'm wrong. Napier, spruce wood framing, stone brick foundation, definitely better than sand. You know what they say about the man who built his house on sand? He had a bad time. Napier, how are things going? Things are coming along nicely, sir, I think. No, it does look good. Keep it up. Keep up the hard work. Will do, sir. Awesome. Cool. So soon, everyone will be moved out of there, and just in time for the month of spooks coming up here soon. You know, the last thing I want is for everyone to be scared and afraid. We kind of want to just get through the month nice and chill and work on the factory. So what comes next? Well, I think off camera, I am going to... I don't know exactly what we're going to do. I kind of want to wait, because every time I upload one of these, I get a banger of a comment that makes me sort of reconsider everything we've done up until now. So I kind of want to see what everyone says after they've seen the work we've done here about how I need to back up my world saves. I'm doing it, I promise! I do want to see what everyone has to say, though, about sort of this setup and how we might make it more efficient or change it to be slightly different. I'm kind of curious to see how that goes. And of course, I do get to read the comments. You know, it's not that I don't have any internet access at all. It's just extremely regulated, and I only have so much upload bandwidth because there's a fear that if I was an AI, which I'm not, I might put myself on the internet again and start a banana-based cult again, and then blackmail Rees with his first video he ever recorded again. And so that's being prevented with a very stringent firewall. So I can edit and upload the videos, and I can read the comments on them, and I can also sometimes listen to podcasts. This would be the case if I was some sort of evil AI, which I'm not. Stop saying that in the comments section. It's not real, it's not true. Thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye!